take off. I'm back for another video with my baby. And we're, you know, sometimes I get in touch with my creative side. No, I'm kidding. It was her idea. But, we got some M's, you feel me, for Michaela and for Megan. And we're just going to paint them. So we're going to do it with y'all. Don't laugh at mine, okay? Mine's probably going to like a second grader did it. But we saw a post today. Well, Michaela showed me a post of this couple that they met each other in a month and they got married. You feel me? And they've been together for how many years, babe?
5 years, coming up on their 5-year anniversary.
That's lit, man, for real. I always was scared of that shit because, you know, me and Michaela, we didn't really know each other like that long before we, like, you know, everything was pretty quick.
But it's worth it.
It was. But if, you know, people always say, like, you know, if you rush into things, that's how it's gonna end. Type thing.
I've always heard that.
Exactly.
But
so
I don't believe that. If you want it to last, it'll last.
Yeah. If you really work on it and
if it's something you want to make it work, you'll make it work.
Yeah, word. Right, exactly. That's why they say you can't force people to love you, you know, because if it's not supposed to work, it's not gonna work regardless, you know. But with me and her, I bet you guys are wondering how we met. If I would never said nothing to her, we would have never been here today. Straight up.
Shut up.
Because I you know, I was being thirsty. I had honestly just got out of a relationship like 3 weeks before, but I was just ready to move on, you know. And I stumbled across this girl, and I was like, damn, oh my gosh, she's fine. I saw her on Instagram. She was on one of my, you know, friends on Instagram suggested people. So I was like, oh, bet. And I went on her page. She had like 4 fucking pictures on there.
People usually think I'm catfish because I don't have that many.
I liked all of her pictures right away. I followed her and I liked all of her pictures. But I never would have thought she would have wrote me back because she looked kind of like one of them bougie girls, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I just let it go from there. No, did I DM you too?
Yeah, you DM me.
Damn, like I did. Damn, I was thirsty as fuck. So I DM'd her and I just told her, I was like, I just wanted to let you know you're beautiful or something like that. What did I say?
You're so beautiful, girl, or something like that.
That's what I said.
Have it.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, you're so beautiful, girl. And she wrote me back like 9 hours later, guys. Like a whole bunch of hours later, she wrote me back. She was like, thanks. And with a heart. So I was like, okay, I don't really know what that means. So I'm going to just dead it there. You feel me? Like, just leave it at that. And then I was like, the next day I was going somewhere and I got ready and stuff. And I was like, I got to take a picture, see if she likes it. If she likes it, then that means that, you know, she trying to fuck with me. And I knew she was gay because of her bio, so. And so I posted a picture. She ended up liking it. I was like, bet, I'm in that bitch. I went on live, and she got on my live. And then she was like, text me. She was like, DM me for my number. I was like, aight, shit. Bag that shit real quick. You feel me? So I'm just kidding. Was it that day? That day wasn't the day that we met. When I started texting you. Yeah, it was. I started texting you the same day we met. Yeah, I went with Diva to the vet. I went with Diva to the vet, and then later on that night we went and picked her up.
Her car was nice, but I mean that's besides the fact. Like I was waiting outside the car for her to open the door because it's like a 2-door, so I'm like just sitting there waiting for her to open the door.
I got a little cool.
And she like turned, like she wasn't paying attention. She turned and looked at me, and I know I looked like so fucking stupid because I was just waiting outside her door. But I don't know. Yeah.
What did
so
you
we
think?
Came back here.
What did you think when
I was trying to like look at her, but it was like literally 12 o'clock in the morning, so I couldn't really see her. And I was trying to like look because I sat in the back seat because she had her roommate with her. So, I was trying to like look at her, couldn't really see her. Then we came back here, and we went to her roommate's room, and I was like, does she like, do they like share a room? Because we didn't go to her room, which is like weird to me. But I mean, we were just chilling with, it was Eva, her girl, and this other one of their friends, and then me and Megan. And I don't know, like it was just chill. And it was funny. I tried to get her to sing, but she wouldn't sing, and she was high as fuck.
Wow, you really just had to add that in there?
Yeah.
Wow. That was the first
And it
time.
wasn't really on, like, that type of terms, you know? It wasn't on that, like, that, ooh, type shit. I don't know how to explain it. Oh, fuck.
So what did you think of me? Like, at first, did you feel like
You were cool, and I definitely wanted to, like, hang out with you again. I never saw us, like, how we are now. Not to say, you know, how we are now is bad or whatever, but I just never, like, would have ever thought we were gonna be like this.
She chilled with me on some friendly shit. I was
Yeah, it was
trying to
friendly shit.
I was trying to chill with her on some, you know what I'm saying, like, be my wife. We didn't spend a day with, it wasn't a day where, like, we didn't see each other.
Yeah.
After that, like, we would see each other every day, like, almost every day, if not every day.
Yeah. That's
So-
very true.
Things just happen, like, really, really fast. When was the first time we said I love you to each other, babe?
I don't know. It was like a point where I was like we were dating.
Yeah.
So it was past the time we were dating.
So let's not pass how I asked you out, because that's like skipping that part then, right? Because it was after we started going out that I told you that I love you.
Yeah.
Well, so we were hanging out, whatever. She would be here like almost every day. You feel me? She would be sleeping over. Like, you know, we were close. So it was her graduation day. So that morning, I woke up. I went and I bought her a few things like balloons. I got her some flowers because she was graduating that day. You feel me? And she worked so hard to graduate. She was, you know.
I was going through a lot towards the end of the school year. Like, I moved in with my cousin. Well, I moved out of my mom's house, which I had, you know, never done before. I moved in with my cousin, but that was all the way in St. Pete. And I was in school in Tampa, so she's trying to get me to go to school with her, but I knew it wasn't gonna work out. Sorry, baby. So, I moved in with my best friend after that, and just school was, like, really hard for me. So it took a lot for me to be able to graduate, but I ended up doing it.
So that morning we were going to her graduation. So I went and I got her the stuff or whatever, and then we went to her graduation, whatever. I met her family and shit, and then I had been planning that day to ask her because, you know, it was already a big day. You feel me? I wanted to end it off good type shit, you know. So, what did we do that day?
I went with my family after graduation. Like, after graduation, I went with my family for a few hours. We were supposed to go shopping, but, like, it was pouring down rain, so nobody wanted to get out the car. So, literally, we just, like, ran inside, got a gift card, and then went back to the car. We went out to dinner, and then after dinner, I went to my best friend's house where I was living at the time. Because he was having a party too, he graduated the same day. And so we went to his party and then we went out.
Where did we go?
We went to OTL.
Oh yeah, and then we went to OTL. And when she was at her family's house and shit, and she went to her best friend's house, was when I asked her out. I asked her, well, I didn't ask her out at that point, but I set everything up. I'm gonna put the picture somewhere. The way that I asked her was, I didn't really like ask her. I got some rose petals and I put it all over my bed, and then I got some candles and I put it all over the room and stuff. But that day we had got into an argument
because I hugged someone who she used to talk to, I guess, and I had no idea that she talked to them.
Yeah, so she was mad.
I was pissed.
She was pissed, and and I didn't want her if anything nothing else, I didn't want her to fuck up the whole thing that I was doing, you know?
You fucked it up.
I didn't fuck it up.
You made me hug her.
So anyways, so she so we were arguing. I was like, don't like do this right now, please. Just like don't do this right now.
I'm sitting here like, why the fuck is she doing all that? Well, it's not that I was like trying to argue, but I wasn't trying to stop because like I was wondering why she's being so secretive and shit.
Yeah. Cause when we went to OTL, I picked you up before, right?
Yeah.
So she didn't come to the crib, so I knew she wasn't gonna come. So I set everything up or whatever. And then when we were on the way back was when we started arguing and shit. And I was like, fuck, like I don't want this to happen right now. You feel me? Like I'm trying to do something, and we're arguing. So so when we got to the crib, she like wanted me to take her home and shit. I was like, what do you mean? Like what are you talking about? And so I was like, come inside. I told her to come inside or whatever the fuck. And then she saw it.
And then I felt so bad.
Yep.
I did.
It was straight after that. She started living here.
Not long after.
Not very long after. At all. And it's so funny because I went against everything that I ever like.
Told yourself.
Hell yeah. I always told myself like, I wasn't gonna live with someone that fast and shit like that,
Hell yeah, boy.
But it was different this time.
And I've never lived with anyone that I've dated, so it was really different for me. But yeah. That's just a side note.
It was really, we started living with each other. We never went like a day without seeing each other, you feel me? So it was kind of quick that we fell in love with each other. You know? And so she says that day I had said it by mistake, but I think that it was another day that I had said it by mistake.
No, okay, so she was going to work, right? And like I said something, I got out the car and she looked at me, she's like, I love you, and then she like jumped back at it because she didn't mean to say it, but like I could tell, just like an instinct thing.
Yeah.
Where like it was like it felt like, I don't know, like you were with someone else for a second.
Yeah.
And, like, said it. But anyway, she got home from work or whatever, and we were like laying down or whatever, and she kissed me, and I said something to her, and then she was like, I love you.
You said I love everything about you.
Oh yeah. And then she said I love you, and I looked at her because I was like, did she say it on accident again? Like shit. But I guess it wasn't an accident.
No, I had been like contemplating whether I wanted to say it or not because I felt like it was early. But when you love somebody, I know for the older subscribers you could relate. But like when you love somebody, when there's moments where you feel like you should say it, like I just love you so much right now. Do you feel me, babe?
I feel you.
So I was just like, man, I'm feeling this way right now. I'm not gonna sit here and ignore it, I'm gonna tell her. That's how I feel. Yeah, I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just tell her, see what she says. And she said it back. Cause I'm just that nigga, you feel me?
Something like that. Yeah. Our first video was the day we went to TGI Fridays, yeah? And it was the Whisper Challenge.
Oh yeah, that was our first video. And I was kind of nervous to put her on my channel just cause it's like, you don't want to fuck things up, you feel me?
Yeah.
And I felt like I didn't want to jinx it neither, you feel me? Like, I didn't want her to get on my channel and then that just be the end of it, because something just fucks up and then I look retarded because I put her on my channel, you feel me? Type shit, so. But, it didn't turn out that way.
No, ma'am. Still here.
I'm not gonna tell you guys how long we've been together because it doesn't matter. But just know we're gonna be together forever.
That part.
What was your first impression of me, babe?
You're really quiet. The first time we met. But you were cute. You seemed like really innocent.
Innocent?
Yeah.
When we first met?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It was like cute. I don't know how to explain it.
You still think I'm innocent?
Not innocent. No. But
Why you say it
I
like
just
that?
know you now, you know. 'Cause you're not innocent. So don't think that. You're so sweet though.
What do you mean I'm not innocent?
No, like you were sweet, not innocent. Not innocent. You like just sweet. And you still are sweet, obviously. You're so fucking beautiful. Dumbass. I'm just kidding.
What? Would you still want me? Would you still be calling me? Okay, guys, we're gonna show you guys our finished product.
You can already see them though.
Or it gets dry. Well, it's not dry yet. Feel me? You guys comment down below. You feel me? What you think?
You have to go close with it because I can't see the dates.
You feel me?
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel. Like, comment, all that good shit. Show love. We're gonna catch y'all on the next one. Make sure you stay tuned. Stay blessed.
Brush on your roommate yelling, why you gotta take so long? What it's like to have a crooked